Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Scott. I'll be your host for a short while. Suddenly sounded like an AA meeting. We're going to... Oh, is that what... I hear it. Yeah. Okay. There we go. No problem. We're going to cut your pay, Anna. All right, we always start out our service with an acknowledgement of the land on which we are located. So the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities through most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. And let's see here, we are going to start out, we're going with the song first. Okay. Oh, there we go. Hello, I'm new to this. Thank you, Donna.
I'm a helper. Please stand. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm stepping out into a world of possibility. I'm stepping out into a whole new way to live. So much waiting for me. Path is clear before me. And not so much that I have yet to live. I'm stepping out and I'm committed to integrity. I'm stepping out, releasing every fear and doubt. The road just keeps on turning, and every step I'm learning what this life is all about. 2 times on this one. I'm stepping out. Last time. I'm stepping out.
As always, Donna is my lifeguard. Okay. Going to take a look. We like to start our service by introducing ourselves to each other. This is a community. Welcome to the Zoomers. Welcome to our guests. Welcome to people who have been here for quite a while. So what we'd like you to do is we're all together going to say the first half, and then I'd like you to introduce yourself to somebody who you normally don't get to say hi to. And you can just say hi, whatever you want. You could say Happy Pride Month if you would like. You could say Happy Summer. Pride Month. Pride Month. You could also say Happy Twice Nice Month, because that's a big holiday too. So we're going to go ahead together and say, we are a welcoming community where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us. And go introduce yourself to somebody. Hi, Donna. Good to see you here. Hello. I haven't met you before. All righty. On our screen, I have unleashed a monster. On our screen, you can see the events that are coming up this week. Won't go through all of them. We're going to have slides for many of them. But since it is the first of the month, it is beginning of June, I like to start out the month with 90 seconds of trivia. You will appreciate these. So here we go. June is, of course, I did not know this, June is when meteorological summer begins. I mean, we all know the summer solstice is this month, but according to is this cutting in and out? Yeah, okay. We all know that June 21st or thereabouts is when summer officially begins, but according to meteorologists, June 1st. The cable's stepping out? Are we? I can speak loudly. Okay. I will speak loudly so we can continue to move through. It's not a problem for me. The June is named after the Roman goddess Juno, who was the goddess of marriage and childbirth, so that's why June has always been considered a lucky month for weddings. And June 28th, 1969 is when the Stonewall riots began, which was a police raid at the Stonewall Inn that sparked the modern LGBTQ plus IA, or IA plus, all of those letters. Pride Month exists because of that, and I thought it would be important because we know a lot of our historical figures. I don't know a whole lot of our figures who were historical in the LGBTQ movement, so I just found 3, and I'll pass them along because I think we need to know.
Anna Banana. Just might step back just a little. It'll be a little easier.
Is it going to blow up or something?
You know, just easier for me to work with it.
Okay, are we there?
Thank you.
All right.
I have to turn it on.
Got to turn it on. Okay, so here are 3 people. Marsha P. Johnson. She was a activist and a drag performer. She was a black transgender woman and prominent figure in the uprising in '69. She was a fearless advocate for trans rights, homeless LGBTQ plus youth. Oh, there we go. And people living with HIV/AIDS. She founded the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, STAR, with Sylvia Rivera, that provided shelter and support for trans and homeless youth. Harvey Milk, we've probably all heard of Harvey Milk. He was from 1930 to 1978, a politician, one of the first openly gay elected officials in the United States. He served on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, and he used his platform to champion LGBTQ plus rights, workers' rights, and anti-discrimination laws. His assassination in 1978 galvanized the LGBTQ plus community and made him a martyr for the cause of equality. And another name that I had forgotten, but I was aware of her, Edie Windsor. From 1929 to 2017, she was the lead plaintiff in the United States versus Windsor in 2013. You might remember this. It was the landmark Supreme Court case that struck down the Defense of Marriage Act. Her fight for recognition of her marriage to Tia Spire led to a historic ruling that paved the way for marriage equality in the U.S. So some historical figures for us. Other quick historical events, June 15th, 1215 is when the Magna Carta was signed. June 24th, 1947, the first modern UFO sighting. June 6th, of course, was D-Day, 1944. June 8th, ironically, in Pride Month, was discovery of the HIV virus was announced. June 3rd through 7th, 65, Gemini 4 mission and first U.S. spacewalk. Juneteenth, another historical event. That was started June 19th in 1865, commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in Texas. The Watergate burglary took place June 17th, 1972. And another hero, if you will, Sally Ride, became the first American woman in space on June 18th, 1983. That was a busy month. Some fun things for you to celebrate this month. Today is Say Something Nice Day, June 1st. Okay, so we're all required to do that. The first Friday in June, which will be June 6th, is Eat a Donut Day. We'll be celebrating. June 4th is National Cheese Day. And the jokes that AI came up with are be prepared to celebrate, nothing personal. National Hug Your Cat Day also happens to be June 4th. June 26th is National Chocolate Pudding Day. Who knows why? And one that's going to relate to us in our community here is National Trails Day. Is the first Saturday in June, but there's a big event June 28th here in Eureka, which is the combining of the Eureka and the Arcata Trails is completed on June 28th. Yeah. So there'll be a big celebration at the Adorney Center, and you will be able to go all the way from, where is it, south on Hickshari, all the way up to, I don't know if you make it all the way to McKinleyville, but the final intent is to make that trail do the whole coast of California. So that's June 28th, make a note of that. All right, let's get on to the stuff that's happening here. We have got Brave, Vulnerable Conversations. That's coming up every Thursday. We had a great session last Thursday. We all got together and shared all sorts of things, not only about some political frustration, health concerns, and everything else that goes on. If you just like to get together and talk with some people, open up and find some good friends, be there. It doesn't cost a thing, and it does good for your heart. The men's group, hello. Now I know I'm reading it correctly this time. There we go. The men's group, next one will be June 14th. I was not able to go yesterday, I'm sorry. But I went to it was an event where they are trying to get people to learn songs of support. I would call them protest songs. What was it?
It's the Song Brigade.
The Song Brigade, right. And they are trying to, you don't have to be able to sing, trust me, if you want to be part of that. But what they're putting together is people who want to come out and sing to support change. I think that's a good way to describe it. To what?
Joy of song in resilience.
There we go, joy of song and resilience. And the thing that's really exciting, and I just wanted to pass along for me, is on June 14th, there will be a rally at the courthouse, but instead of it starting at the courthouse, I mean, it will start at the courthouse, they're looking to start it at the Matticat at 11 o'clock. And people who want to sing will all come to the Matticat at 11 o'clock. We'll start singing, whether or not you can sing. They're hoping to have brass instruments there too, and we'll all march and sing to the courthouse. Kind of a Mardi Gras feeling. So whether you can sing or you can't, and you just want to be part of feeling the joy yesterday, it was just overwhelming. It was just, I think she called it a salve for the heart, and it really was. So anyways, that's why I wasn't at the men's group. Better Together. That is our social group, and despite the weird name of the play, there is a dinner and a play, and that's going to be this Saturday, June 7th. You're in town. It was a big Broadway hit. We're performing it here at North Coast Repertory Theater. It's a musical. It's wild, and I think you sign up at the side table if you would like to go. Tickets are reduced because if there's 8 people or more, you save money on the ticket. So sign up at the side table. Practitioners, hello, Scott, pay attention to what you're doing. The Twice Nice sale takes place in a couple of weeks. It is our biggest sale of the year. We raise about $10,000 for the center. We are looking for all sorts of items that we can sell. We are looking even more so for people to help sell the items and to move the items and to be just friendly in general. Angelica, did you want to add something to this? Okay, so it's June 20th and 21st. Sign-up sheet at the table again in whatever way you can possibly be of help. It's a great way to meet people and find some really cool stuff. So that's Twice Nice. Practitioners are... I know that slide is not here. Okay.
It'll be after this.
Yeah, I figured now.
So with everything that's been going on, our council forgot that we have employees of the quarter now, and we chose Burl Katnack. So if she would come up here. What?
Volunteers and employees. But because you are the employee of the quarter, we are tripling your pay. Yeah, 3 times.
Triple zeros, yeah. So you get to have this one.
thank you.
And maybe Lori will take a picture for us. So, where did you put the? Oh, inside, okay. You had a picture up there. I love this picture. Corinne gave it to me. It's when they went on vacation just recently. Burl is holding a baby alligator.
The next picture, I kissed it.
You what?
Actually kissed it, too.
Oh, you did? You're like me, that's what I would have done. But let me just read to you a few of the things that, here, you want to hold this like this
yeah,
for a
sure.
picture? A few of the things that some of our council members said. Burl's participation in the center goes back for as long as I can remember. She served on the core council. Burl's participation in the center goes back as far as I can remember. She served on the center council on numerous occasions through the years and played significant roles in the center's fundraising events as well. Her sense of humor is something that stands out for me, and she's always to be found in the social fabric of this community. We honor Burl for all that she is and has done for this organization. That was written by our president, Doug. This is from Mark. She always answered the center's call no matter what it was, whether leading a study group like the Course in Miracles, boosting worthwhile donation drives like Twice Nice, volunteering to work various events like the plant sale, or doing thoughtful things like buying flowers and giving them out when ECSL recognizes members' birthdays every month.
Except for today.
We're doing so well. Or serving on the center council, Burl is there in the thick of it. And Lorna wrote, when I was new to the center council, Burl gave me the insight into how I could be a more effective leader for the center. She is also steadfast in her support of every major event the center holds and has done so for many years. Rain or shine, we can count on her. And Rose wrote, Burl is an adventurer. She has never stopped her quest for spiritual knowledge. At 86, she is still attending classes and running her own classes. She's been on the center council for several years and contributed to the smooth running of ECSL by her many contributions. She has volunteered at every Twice Nice sale and Christmas giveaway. She has generously shared her time and talents to keep our center running smoothly and prosperously. And Rose wrote that. So, and I was looking at all of those and going, they said it all. What do I say?
I love you.
I love you. That's how I was doing. You took the words right out of my mouth. She's also a good travel partner. So let's give her a standing ovation. Thank you.
Oh, boy. Oh, you need this back, right?
Oh, yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
And you've got the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
And you kissed the alligator? You kissed the alligator?
The baby alligator.
What is that? Isn't there some?
No, she bit the alligator.
Isn't there some expression you have to kiss a few alligators before you find a prince or something like that? Frogs. Okay. Okay. I believe we're going to finally get to this slide. Yay! We've got it. Practitioners, if you would like to talk to somebody after the service, whether you'd like some support, you'd like to know more about the philosophy, you just want to talk. The practitioners are all here for you. We talk with you confidentially. We have a full complement of practitioners today, myself, Michelle, Susan, and how can I miss Edward? Oh, there he is, okay. And Edward. So come up and find us at the end of the service if you would like. And SOAR, is the big annual convention, if you will, for, there we go, for all this.
There's only 25 places left. So
There are only
if
25
anyone
seats left.
wants to go, they should sign up soon.
If you want to go, sign up soon. The link is on the slide. Our little pantry. This is haunted. I'm telling you, this thing is haunted, is what's going on. The little pantry. We will now be giving away Jeff and Rick and Jackson in the little pantry. I don't know where it is. Trust me, there's a slide embedded in there somewhere about the little pantry. There it is, which is always open to receiving food so we can help support our community. If you have some, please donate it. It goes really quickly. Our community is in need. Cherie, real quickly.
Real quickly, I just wanted to say that I've been filling the box when I come here in the evenings, and we really, really need more food.
Okay, thank you. Cherie said, for Zoomers, if you couldn't hear it, or for anybody else, she's been filling the box when she comes here in the evening, and it goes really, really quickly. We need more food. Okay, I think I've made it all the way through this into our new thing. Yay! All right. Our theme for the month is Traveling Light, and Donna is going to lead us in our song. And I think Donna has a quick announcement she would like to make also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Saved him again. I've been notified by a local group that feeds houseless community members, and they are seeking clean, sealable jugs for water to give to folks after they get their soup. It's called Humboldt Soup On. And a friend of mine is newly volunteering for them. That was my contact. So if you would be willing to bring your milk jugs that still have the top, bring them to the center each Sunday, I'll make sure they get out to the community. Yeah. Thank you, what he said. And now our contemplative, we're gonna go into my heart. Into my heart, into my heart, come into my heart, sweet spirit, come in today, come in to stay, come into my heart, sweet spirit. Into my heart, into my heart, come into my heart, sweet spirit, come in today, come in to stay, come into my heart, sweet spirit.
Good morning, family. You know, we have some wonderful people here. You guys give yourself a hand. Come on now. You guys are absolutely phenomenal people. For those of you who are new, I'm Edward, not Scott, even though we look a lot alike. But I'm doing the contemplative, and for those that don't know what that entails, I read a little bit from something, and Jackson sings us into what we call a treatment or a contemplative prayer, and then he sings us into our speaker, which is our beloved Reverend Angelica, whom I love dearly. What I'm going to read today is from the Science of Mind magazine. It's The Flow of Coming and Going is the title of the magazine by Karen Wilmer. And I picked this because I remember some time ago I was going across Donner Pass with all my family in the car in the winter at night in a snowstorm. And if you've ever done that, don't do it again. Yeah. So this one is called The Checking Times, I guess. Climbing toward the Rocky Mountains, everything went smoothly. Good times, new snow tires, cheap gas, and buoyed with the confidence of a rudimentary emergency kit in the back. Just the two of us on open road. Perfect. And then we hit a place called Field. Fog cocooned the car. We knew the road was straight, but we were driving blind, inch by inch, relying on the tail light ahead of us like Rudolph's nose. My mind went into analysis overdrive. Did we really have all that we really needed? I think we forgot about food. What about water? These were the days long before people were packing water bottles to walk around the block. Prepared? Maybe not. For the next 35 minutes, all we could do was drive inch by inch. We had no choice but to trust. Life is like that. Sometimes we have bumpy rides. The journey doesn't always offer as clear a path as we imagine. Suddenly, for whatever reason, the flow of life appears to reach an abrupt halt, and we are left gasping for a spiritual jump start. These are what I think of as the checking times, when we get to remind ourselves of who we are really. What internal resources do we have? Combined in that foggy moment, what we had was determination, a goal, some measure of sensibility, and above all, confidence that together we could get through anything. And we did. Internally, there was no fog. We knew our destination, and time was not a factor. It would take the time it would take, and we would, without question, arrive. And so we did.
I am part of the great mind of God, and God is all that I am. God is love, God is peace, God is life itself, and God is all that I
What I know to be absolute truth, in fact, is that we are all spirit. We are all divine manifestations of the one life that is God. I know that together we make a universe. Together we change a universe constantly. Together is the key word, because together we can do anything. Divided, we are conquered. Together we stand and we build. And I'm so grateful for this knowledge. I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for all of the wonderful souls and the love and the just mutual respect that we all embody here. I'm grateful for the fact that I know that our prayers can go out and reach everyone in this universe, and that we can make a change for the good. I'm grateful for this. I'm thankful. I put into the laws of God that we continue our good work. And so it is.
I am part of the great mind of God, and God is all that I am. God is love, God is peace, God is life itself, and God is all that I
And now it's my great privilege to welcome a divine sliver of God.
Sliver?
Our minister.
I'm a sliver?
You are a sliver, my dear. Reverend Angelica.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Zoomers. Wow, there's all kinds of stuff under there. So we're starting a new month. Wasn't the picture for the theme of the month beautiful? Scott does such a good job. I just love this. We should have. Oh, well, never mind. So obviously you can see that my talk title is Unpacking the Unnecessary. And in this idea of June and traveling light, we've been on this spiritual journey since January. And we might have noticed that our suitcase is getting a little bit heavy. And what I see is sometimes, and what I've noticed about myself is sometimes on vacations, I pack way more than I need. And my bag becomes really heavy, right? And so our mental and emotional suitcases get heavy as well. And they get heavy from years of experiences that we've had. And the baggage that we no longer need, as I was looking at it, was guilt, resentment, outdated beliefs, feelings of unworthiness, not being able to trust, etc. And these things weigh us down as we're moving along. And maybe they even stop us so that we can't take the journey any further, or they make our steps slower and slower. I know that sometimes when I've been on a trip and I have my bag, I am so grateful for wheels. Because remember when you used to carry those bags and you'd have long, long, long hallways to get from one place to the next? They're heavy. Dr. Holmes says in this thing called You, we are all on a journey. We're all travelers, whether we realize it or not. We are journeying through spiritual evolution into the complete realization of the divine within. This is the journey I asked us to take in January. This is the journey, that understanding. Now, he says complete realization of the divine within. I think that takes your whole life. So at the end of, in December, we're not going to go, woohoo, we're here. Or we might, but like I've told you before, suddenly this whole new path shows up, right? So to keep us moving. So this month I'm inviting us to travel light. And today we're going to talk about letting go of what no longer serves us. Now, I love all religions, and I have a calendar that has the various religious holidays on it, and I thought, what's happening in June? And, Scott gave you quite a few things happening in June, and I'll tell you there's a few spiritual things happening as well. One, tonight, an experience called Shavuot starts. I'm not sure I pronounced that right, but it's from Judaism. It honors the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai, receiving the Ten Commandments, a sacred revelation received after the long journey from bondage to freedom. And you know, I had to go and look that story up because I found it as well on a, where did my page go? Here it is. Thank you, I found it. The music helped. So, 50 days after the holiday of Passover, this holiday is celebrated. And according to the Passover story, God took the Jewish people out of Egypt and led them into the Sinai desert. And after more than a month of walking through the desert, the people camped at the foot of a mountain known as Mount Sinai. The next morning, Moses climbed up the mountain where he spoke with God, who had a very important message for the people waiting below. He would make them his special people. They would do his commandments, and he would love them forever and care for them forever. And so through Moses, God told the Jewish people the 10 Commandments. What? What? Oh, okay. Continue. So the celebration is because they got the 10 Commandments and they knew that God was going to love them forever and they were going to be special people. Now, they were in Egypt before that. So, and I'll mention that in a minute. Now, the other holiday that's happening later this week is called Eid al-Adha, and that's from Islam. And it commemorates Abraham's willingness to surrender what was most precious in obedience to God. It's considered a story of radical trust. And if you remember that story, that festival is actually happening at the end, it marks the end of the Hajj, which is the pilgrimage or religious journey that many Muslims make to Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia. And from the Islamic people I know, this is the trip. This is the trip of a lifetime that every one of them wants to take. The name means Festival of Sacrifice in Arabic. It refers to a story in the Quran, the holy book of Islam, in which God asks Abraham to sacrifice or kill his son. And when he's willing to do it, he says, no, you don't have to do it. You can sacrifice this ram instead. So here are two other holidays, and believe it or not, they're both calling us to let go or release in order to receive. So I thought about this. What are we carrying along then? What are we carrying with us on our journey? Are we still carrying guilt from years and years ago? Something we did a long time ago that we just can't let go of? Are we holding on to self-doubt that doesn't really match who we are today? Is there a relationship, a role, or an identity that feels like an old coat? It no longer fits, but it's hard to take off or hard to let go of? So we have to look at these things. We have to look at what we've packed mentally and emotionally and decide what to let go of. So Shavuot reminds us of receiving sacred guidance, but the Israelites had to let go of Egypt. They had to let go of the idea that they were slaves. They had to let go of limitation. So revelation requires space. If you think of yourself as an energy being, like I imagine myself, my real self, is a light being, and maybe it's in the form of this body, the shape. But if I'm holding on to things that no longer serve me, then there'll be little pieces that instead of being that bright light will be a little bit darker, right? Or make things a little bit heavier. Dr. Holmes says, when we let go of the lesser, the greater will be added. We have to make room for spirit. And, you know, spirit is already here, already within us, already manifesting itself as us, you know, it's individualized as each one of us. It's in absolutely everything, but it's our minds create stories that then prevent us from experiencing everything we'd like to experience in life. The story of Abraham is not about sacrifice for its own sake, it's about trust. Think of this. God says you have to bring your son with you and you're going to off him. And he has to trust that what God is saying is the right thing. And he does trust, and God goes, no, just joking. Take this ram instead. But that same deep trust is part of our science of mind path. So another thing I thought of as I'm thinking about this idea of letting go is that letting go isn't weakness. It's power. It's saying, I don't need this anymore to feel safe or worthy or whole. So then I thought, okay, what are some spiritual practices that can help us lighten the load? And I thought of a couple, and of course, liking rituals, I thought, well, maybe I'll write down some of these things that I've been holding on to for a while, and then I'll burn it. You know, do a ritual. The other thing I thought of was allowing myself to say a forgiveness prayer for myself or for another. I had an experience of having a Zoom with my birth family. Most of you know that I'm adopted. And my sister found me when I was living in Hawaii, and then I realized I have a full-blooded sister, full-blooded brother, and 2 half-sisters, all from this one woman, our mother. And I realized as I was talking with them yesterday that I didn't feel like I was part of that family any more than I feel part of the Harris family. And then as I'm thinking about that afterwards, the Harris family was the one that adopted me. As I was thinking about it afterwards, I was thinking, I've created a story. Something happened, and I created a story around it. And sometimes we think the story's already created, and that's why we're experiencing what we're experiencing. But I got it yesterday, after that Zoom call, that I created the story, and then the story has to be followed. You know, the universe, it's our basic law or truth is, all there is the one, and it's done unto us as we believe. So I realized, I've got to let go of my stories so that I don't create anything more. And so I thought maybe we would do a little meditation right now. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And maybe another deep breath. And let yourself go into that space where you do your sacred work. And take another deep breath. Now imagine that you're on a journey and you're dragging along the past in your suitcase. And I want you to feel the heaviness of that. Feel how picking it up bothers your muscles. Dragging it even bothers your muscles. Knowing what's in that suitcase bothers your mind and your heart. And so let yourself just imagine that you're walking along the path, dragging the past along with you. Really feel what that feels like. Be conscious of it, because so much that we do is unconscious. Now I imagine that you're coming up to a place where there's some shade in the trees, etc. It looks like a good place to sit down. And as you sit down, you realize that you can do something to make things lighter. And so see yourself zipping or unlatching or whatever your suitcase and reaching in there and taking out stones. And each one of those stones represents something that you've been holding on to that is no longer necessary. And as you take them out, acknowledge them and bless them on their journey, and then place those stones somewhere around you, knowing that you'll be leaving them behind. Maybe a stone might be one that says, because of this, I'm not lovable. And so bless it and put it aside. Allow yourself to remove those stones. In fact, now that you've gotten them out of your suitcase, allow yourself to thank those stones for what they did for you, what they meant to you. Because regardless of the experiences, they added to your growth. And taking a breath of clean, fresh air and seeing that the path ahead is green and beautiful, allow yourself to pick up your suitcase and take it on down the path and feel the lightness, not only in the suitcase, but in your body, in your mind, in your emotions. Let yourself feel that you can walk with ease. Feel sunlight on your face. Notice the things around you that you might not have noticed when you were carrying or dragging the past behind you. And make a commitment to yourself to take care of things once they arise and then let them go. There's no longer any need to carry anything along with you except for a conscious awareness of who you are, spirit in form. Take a breath. And let yourself come back into this space. Wiggle your fingers or your toes or whatever so that you're in conscious contact with your physical body. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So what I want you to know is that when you unpack, you don't lose anything. You make space for joy, clarity, and freedom. And Dr. Holmes says you can only fill that which is open to it. You have to have the space. So as we're doing our spiritual mind treatments, as we're doing meditation, as we're allowing ourselves to walk around and enjoy the beauties of spring and summer, the beauty of the people around us, our spiritual community, the beauty of everything. Let yourself know that you're not meant to carry everything with you. You are meant to walk lightly and joyfully with the divine. We have what was my talk title? We've unpacked the unnecessary, and so it is. Our music this morning is Donna, so let's invite Donna up here. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Angelica. During Angelica's talk, I got thinking, gosh, you really want to travel light, go on a motorcycle. And I've traveled for years. I've traveled for years from here to the East Coast and places in between on a motorcycle, 2 up usually. My medicine chest at home that contains cosmetics and stuff is felt like that. When I'm on the motorcycle, it's like that. And I'm just as beautiful. This is called Let Go, Let God. Is that Edward? Oh, that one. Let go, let God, let the good times roll. Power of peace, feel your soul. Not spirit, but fear, don't you hesitate. It's not time. Celebrate, no tears, no confusion, let the power of peace, let it in. The time is now. Hesitate, pray, spirit, get down. Celebrate, let go, let God, and let the good times roll. Let the power of peace fill your soul. You got spirit, let's hear it, don't you hesitate. Pray, spirit, come on and celebrate. No shame, no blame, no matter where you've been. Find the power of the peace and where and when. Time is now, don't you hesitate. Pray, spirit, get down. Celebrate, let go, let God, and let the good times roll. Let the power of peace fill your soul. You got spirit, let's hear it, don't you hesitate. Pray, spirit, get down, come on and celebrate. The good times roll, let the power of peace fill your soul. You got spirit, let's hear it, don't you hesitate. Let go, come on and celebrate. Let go, come on, I said it, celebrate. Let go and let's celebrate.
Thank you, Donna. Back to the second string now here. Jeff, do you remember when we were at the Eureka Church of Religious Science over on Myrtle, you used to call it the Church of the Holy Audiophile?
Yes.
I think you guys...
Everything was built in.
Yeah, you guys do a great job. Okay, what we are next going to do, providing the slides work, is we are going to share, they would work, look at that. We're going to share our gifts. There's going to be a plate that goes around through the congregation. Please put in it whatever you can. This supports the center. And whether you've got money or not, put love into it. That's one thing we definitely need more of. Ooh, maybe that should be a song. So with that in mind, let's all say together, I gratefully give from the fullness of my abundance, knowing my gift blesses this center, all in it and beyond, and so it is. grateful for knowing the truth that there is only one energy, one divine power. It is within, throughout, and around all of us, and these gifts that come to us are from that same source. This now goes off into our center, into the community, the state, the world, and the universe, creating a better place for all. For that, I am eternally grateful, and I say, and so it is. There we go. All right, the last couple of things. First of all, since this is the first Sunday of the month, we have a potluck going on in the other room, so please help yourself. It is also Birthday Sunday, as we call it, and so if you were born in June, please stand and we will sing happy birthday to you. What a sad month this is. Well, we know somebody out there is celebrating their birthday and we wish them well. Okay, before we get to our statement of, I can't believe nobody born in June.
Let's sing happy birthday for the Zoomers.
There we go. Zoomers, you better be having a birthday because we're singing to you. So together, okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zoomers. Happy birthday, dear you. Let's see. September is 9 months before June, right? So it must have been a very lonely September. All right. So we have time for a couple of demonstrations. If you don't know what a demonstration is, or if you do and you'd like a refresher, the way our philosophy works is we believe that everything, all ideas, anything that could ever be is all out there in the universal mind. And then periodically, we with intuition lock into it and we go, oh, what if I could do this? Or wouldn't that be cool? And then if we can focus on it and we believe in it, it manifests itself in this plane, and that's called a demonstration. So if you've had a demonstration from the proverbial, I found a parking spot right in front of the courthouse when I wanted it, to I was walking down the street and found a bag with $1 million in it, we would like to hear from you. So who do we have? Oh, we've got a few. Okay, so let's see, what hands went up? Anna, we'll get you first, and then there were some hands over here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and then Donald also. Okay.
I have a demonstration that's going to happen, that whoever gets the text messages during meditation will turn off their phone before they come in.
Some demonstrations are snarky. Okay, who did we have a hand over here? Okay, let's get Carol. Would you like to come up first, and then we'll get Rose?
So this is a big thank you to Louise. Louise, a few years ago, gave me a little piece of paper and she wrote down exactly the bird feeder I was supposed to get. I was thrilled, like she used to own a bird store, and I thought, wow, she really knows, right? I carried the piece of paper in my purse for about a year. It's like I couldn't figure out where to put it. I'd never had a bird feeder. Where do I put it? And oh my God, it's expensive. And oh, I can't. It's like, so I took it out of my purse after a year, and I have so many sticky notes around that I put them on 8.5 by 11 sheets. Eventually, I Scotch tape them on one sheet. So my latest stack was like an inch or two. And so this year it was like time to get the bird feeder. I knew where I was going to put it. I had some extra money. Okay, I'm getting the bird feeder. But where's the little piece of paper? And I thought, oh no, I've got to go back to Louise and tell her I lost it. You know? So I said, okay, I'm going to get out my 8.5 by 11 sheets where I Scotch tape all my little notes on it, and I'll go through them one at a time. That was just the current stack. So I get them downstairs and I put them on my dining room table, and I'm getting ready to look through them, and the top sheet had Louise's note right in the corner. That had to be Spirit. I'm like, oh my God, how could it possibly be Louise's note? So I'm really thrilled. So I got my bird feeder, and I put it in the place where I was going to put it, and no birds came.
I'll give you another note.
She even gave me this squirrely thing that then looped up, and you could put your broom handle in it, and you could lift your bird feeder with your broom handle to put it onto, the, anyway. So I researched, and it said, you have to wait. It might take time. I didn't want to call Louise. Louise, where's the birds now? And so it took a week and a half or two, and a big black one came. Okay, then it bumped its head. It couldn't even, it was so big, it couldn't get to the seeds. And there's a little platform under, it's a weatherproof room, this big thing. And it bumped its head and it couldn't get there. But it came back, and it knew how to do it. And then after the big one goes away, then a little guy comes. And so they're coming. Thank you, Louise.
Speaking of stickies and affirmations, we do have in the other room the positivity. And if you aren't familiar with it, there are sticky leaves, they're stickums, what do you call them? Post-its that look like leaves. And if you have a positive thought that you would like to share, put it on a leaf, put it on the tree. If you need a positive thought, take it. Others will grow back. So they're out there for you. All right, who is next? I think, Rose, was it you? Yeah, okay. And I think this is our last demonstration? Yeah, okay. Ever, that's it. The philosophy was destined to end on June 2nd, 2025.
Hi, good morning. So, 2 years ago when I moved into a rental in McKinleyville, I did a treatment for myself, and I said, okay, God, I'm ready. When I move out of this house, I'm going to be moving into a house that I own. And I didn't know what that was going to look like. I had no picture of that. It was just, I had decided I wanted to stay in this area, that this was home. It felt like home. And so I wanted to buy in here. Well, as I shared with you guys several months ago, on the last 4th of July, almost a year ago now, the veterans found me, and after almost 50 years, did a monetary apology to me. And part of that was a no-interest home loan, just getting in, which made my buying a home possible. So I now own a home in Scotia.
All right, we're going to do the community statement of inclusion. We ask for a volunteer. If you've never done it before, this is your chance to become the next minister. So we have you. It's all it took for Angelica. She came up and did it one day. Next thing she knew, she was a minister. But if you would like to read our community statement of inclusion, and then Donna will lead us in the peace song. And a little note, since we have a lot of newer people here today, the peace song lyrics will be up there on that screen. We all form a big circle, and my suggestion would be don't be in the part of the circle that's on this side, because then you're doing this the whole time. Be on that side of the circle so you can see the screen. Who would like to read the community statement of inclusion? Donald, did you say you wanted to? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our next minister.
Thank you. Community Statement of Inclusion and Affirmation. We, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We're a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for human rights and dignity for all. Somebody's caught me outside online. We are a community list that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, remains learners and listeners so that they may grow together, and understands that oneness is not sameness. We know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well.
Thank you. You may now make the circle. Thank you, Donald. And whether or not you brought anything to share at potluck, you are welcome to stay and share with us. And bring your jugs next week. We're good?
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every breath I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
Thank you.